Hey guys, the Wild Ninja here, and today we're going to talk about something Duck White was asked. What happened to Christofern after the merge? I need to know. Duck White replies that this will apparently be something that is mentioned in Season 3. No spoilers. So there's a line of dialogue, obviously, in Season 3 that will relate back to this. But what actually happened to Christofern after crystallized? Well, Garmadon actually planted him. So most likely, it's either Lloyd goes visits this tree, which is very close to the monastery. It's like a couple blocks away. I wouldn't even call it blocks. It's just probably a couple skipping stones. But Lloyd can easily visit this instead of just maybe going to seek Master Wu. Maybe after just believing that Master Wu was nothing but Master Wu didn't help do anything to stop the merge, or was just Lloyd just starts agreeing with what Aaron has started saying about everything. Maybe Lloyd doesn't know whether to trust his uncle, and then goes to the second best thing, which would be his own dad. And he's at Christofern, just second guessing himself and saying, should I speak to my father? Should I keep going on the same track? I can see that being something that definitely happens. But will that mean Garmadon returns? Well, this next statement might give us a hint to that, but let's talk. So the huge follow-up question after this was, is Garmadon happy? Duck replies with, or is he? So I can sort of see this from multiple points of view. Is Garmadon happy about the merge? Hell no, I don't think he would. But at the same time, it's still unclear to know what Master Wu actually knew about the merge. Is it something that his father had told Wu and Garmadon when they were younger? Who's to say? I kind of want to say no, that the first Ninjago told Wu or Garmadon any of this stuff. Maybe it was mentioned that there was this cosmic event that did happen that he prevented, not stopped. So I doubt there was this huge thing that the first Mr. Master was like, Woo, Garmadon, you have to one day stop this event. And Garmadon's like, yeah, sure. And Master was like, where do I begin? I don't think that's something that would have most likely happened, because I don't know. It doesn't really feel like right if the first Ninja Master obviously knew that and told his kids that. Obviously, is Garmadon happy in the long run? No. So from what we know about Lloyd so far, he knows where his parents both are. So maybe he's not happy that Lloyd hasn't sort of got into contact with him. Or there could be several other reasons. He could have been invited to the Source tournament and was like, or maybe he didn't get invited to the Source tournament, but saw promotions for it. Because we do know that places in Ninjago City were promoting the Source tournament that year. So could it be that sort of thing where he's not that happy? Maybe he's not happy with how life is going for him. Maybe this can tie back into, and I know people don't really want to see this, maybe Harumi can obviously return. From what I stated in a couple other videos before this, Camille came in that big city, said she made her debut a season later. Harumi makes her debut in this city set this year. She could make her debut next year. Honestly, I feel like there's a lot of potential for Garmadon to be a character in Ninjago Dragons Rising, especially stepping away from Master Wu. Admittedly, I think the potentials of Season 3 and Season 4, the highlights of those seasons, are Garmadon being Garmadon. Now, Season 3 and Season 4, I think especially Season 4, many people can say, you can explore Garmadon's character and personality, and in that previous, especially Season 4, his backstory, Garmadon has a lot of rich stories you can tell. Sadly, none of them are really adapted to the show, comic book wise, admittedly really well. Sadly that we're not going to finish that Shadowsman comic with Garmadon. They could easily put this into the show somehow. If Ninjago is really just going to go for 5 seasons of Dragons Rising and not have Garmadon in it at all, I think it's a bit disappointing. The reason being is I can understand Master Wu at the least, but Garmadon is always this thing for Lloyd to sort of battle with his emotions. It would kind of make sense to do this in a slight way to build more of Lloyd's character up and his relationship with his parents. I think that's something that needs to be key. Obviously, some point of Dragons Rising to see his own growth for what his parents see. I feel like that's something, but Garmadon is at a realization where he doesn't know what to do and what part of this balance is. Maybe he's having issues with his powers. There's a lot of things he couldn't be happy about. Maybe he's found out that Wu's actually dead, and he's upset that he's now the only one alive. You can do many stories with Garmadon, and I think Ninjago Dragons Rising knows they can do that. It's kind of why I don't have an issue to them making him return or not to return, because they have a rich story ahead, and I think from the supporting comic book of this Shadowspin comic, there's a lot of rich potential that they can explore in a future season, if that's what they want to do. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully, Season 3, Part 2, we can get some sort of highlight about Garmadon. I kind of doubt Season 1 will have Season 3, Part 1 will kind of have a mention of Christofern. The reason why I say this is, same with Wildfire's boyfriend, we sort of had to wait to Part 2, so I don't want to get hopes up, and then throughout the whole season, nothing else. And to get back on the Christofern thing, maybe Christofern could have, like, a huge role in future seasons, but I kind of also doubt that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out.